Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Paul here from Midland Marauders, and today I am taking a look at the Warhammer 40,000 Character Encyclopedia that includes the Lieutenant Titus miniature, and it is from DK, and this is hot on the heels of the DK Ultimate Guide for Warhammer 40,000. So before we get into it, I'll just ask you if you could really help me out and hit the like, share and subscribe. It's only something small for you, but it means a lot to me, and you'd really help out the channel. Anyway guys, let's get it open and I'll tell you what I like and what I don't like about this book. So first thing, I think it's a really awesome book. You can see it's a really thick book, but then the one thing I don't like is, let's look at it this way, and you can see that like 3/5 of the book is box, just for the Lieutenant Titus sprue. Anyway, we'll get Lieutenant Titus out and we will have a look at the miniature, because this is a miniature that I have sort of been putting off buying for well, a long time, because first of all, I wasn't overly gone on the miniature. Secondly, I just thought he was, for what he was a little pricey. I don't play Ultramarines. I do love the Space Marine game. I think it's fantastic. It's probably one of the best Warhammer games that has been released. And Lieutenant Titus is such a cool character. And I did play it on the PlayStation 2 many years ago as well. So inside here, oh, we've got another back in there that you have to push out here. Okay. Right. So we've got a base here, and then we grab this and pop this out, and okay, so we just close that up and leave it up there for a second. And here we've got a sort of red and black thingy of the cover of the book. And here we have the Lieutenant Titus miniature, and it does not have an assembly guide with it, so I assume it's quite simple to put together. Let's see, yes, you just follow the parts numbered 1 to whatever, put it together, stick it on space and paint it up. And of course he does come on his very own tactical rock, which you can see there. Head sculpt, I don't know, is it the head or just the paint job? I just don't like it, but I probably will use it because I do not like just putting the generic head on it. I will go with the Lieutenant Titus head. But he does come with everything then. Obviously he has his thingy there hanging off his wrist from the Inquisition, and his Tyranid scarred armor as well, and of course his trusty chainsword. So let's take a look at the book. So inside, as you can see, there are 200 pages, I won't say over 200, and basically it covers every character in Warhammer 40K that is obviously a named character, even down to characters like Commander Dante. I didn't know his name was Lewis until I got this, but there he is, Dante, and when you go to his page, Lewis Dante. Who knew? Anyway, it does Xenos as well, and it does Chaos, which is really cool. And also at the very back, should you be in any doubt, or if there are arguments between players at games, there is a pronunciation guide on how to pronounce every character's name. Because the one I actually struggle with is Robute Gilliman. I just find it incredibly difficult to say it for some reason. Gilliman is fine, but the minute I have to say Robute Gilliman, I actually feel like I'm going to fall over. So we do have the introduction. Lovely picture of Supreme Grand Master Azrael there. Galaxy timeline, everything from the rise of the old ones right up to the era Indomitus. Obviously we've got the Horus Heresy, the Scouring, the Age of the Imperium, Black Crusades, the Age of Strife. Everything that's in the lore is sort of touched on there. So when we've got like all the different factions from the Imperium, straight here to the Avenging Sun, Robute Gilliman, and all the different ways you can build it, the armor he wears, the weapons he uses, which is really cool, and also, which I think is a really nice touch, they also give a little section in the corner then for the miniature from the Horus Heresy. And the year it was released, which I think is a really, really nice touch. So we've got something here on the on Guilliman and what happened to him and his armor, and then we've got more lore on the second page as to him being, you know, Primarch of the Ultramarines and things like that. Excuse me. Here we have Marnius Calgar. Obviously, here he is in his Gravis armor. This is released before we got the brand new Terminator armored Calgar. Tigurius, Uriel Ventress, Titus, and obviously the best Primarch of the whole lot, Lionel Johnson, the Son of the Forest. But what I really like about this is if you're painting the miniature, like there's a lovely picture of fealty here that you can look at if you so wish to paint it like that. You've got the miniature from different angles as well, which is really nice. And again, we've got the Horus Heresy miniature down in the corner. And then we get a bit of lore on the back about L. Johnson, what happened to him during the Horus Heresy, and what he's been up to now with all his forest walking shenanigans. Azrael, Asmodai, Ezekiel, Belial, all of them there. Here we go. Dante, Lord of the Angelic Host. And there we go. Name, Louis Dante. Mind blown. And then what is nice as well is, so we've got this new Primaris version of him, but then down here we've got the original, the OG Dante, which is really nice. I actually prefer this Dante to this Dante, and I think really it comes down to the jump pack. I like that the jump pack it's chunky. I'm not fully sold on the Primaris jump packs. They just look like a regular backpack with, I don't know, vents stuck on them. Sanguinor, Astrath the Grim, Mephiston. We'll just skip on a few pages here and we'll see. So we're into the Imperial Fist there with Lysander. Obviously there's a new Lysander, that is the original Lysander model. Helbricht on his fabulous diorama base. Grimaldus, and again the original Grimaldus with his retinue. Richard Cantor. We're up here to the Imperial Guard, Ursula Creed, Ursula Creed, yeah, I think so. I'll have to check the back. Nor Dead Dog, Iron Hand Strachan, which is always a cool character. That miniature is, I really think it has stood the test of time along with Stoletooth Harker. Then we're into the Death Court of Krieg, Gaunt's Ghosts, awesome. Then we've got Morven Val. What else have we got in here? Belisarius Call, and everything that Call was sort of up to during the 10,000 years that he was secreted away on Mars carrying out Guilliman's orders. And even like all the different parts of the model and what they are, like it's just, they've thought of everything. Treasure of Horus. We're into the Inquisition there. And obviously we're into Chaos here, so we've got some really cool characters in here, and they go into nice depth with these Abaddon the Despoiler. So there's the Abaddon miniature and the original one, Arkham World Claimer, Angron, Karn, Azrak the Annihilator, Magnus Red. Let's see what we've got for Mortarion. And it does give his Demon Primer mode, and obviously the Horus Heresy one as well from 2014. Typhus, fantastic miniature. I did like this Typhus miniature. He had that sort of slow, lumbering, creeping death look to him. But I do like this one because this one really conveys that he doesn't need to move. He has the Destroyer Hive within him that he can just send out and you're gone. Fulgrim, another fantastic character, Lucius the Eternal, and we obviously see the original Lucius, and we see the Horus Heresy one as well, which is awesome. Cypher, one could argue, should he be in this section at all? Because nobody actually knows. Huron Blackheart, we're still waiting on a new miniature for him. You can check out my video. I won't put it, I don't know where I'm going to put it because I don't know how to do it. But I did convert Abaddon into Huron Blackheart. Scarbrand, Changeling, and then we're up into the Xenos. And even like we go into the Tyranid, so we've got the Swarm Lord, Old One Eye, Death Leaper. If it's got a name, it's got a page in this, which is really, really nice. The Eldar, which I'm not even going to pretend I know how to pronounce because I'm not really a big Eldar player. Lilith Hesperax from the Dark Eldar. Urian Rackart. I just love this miniature. There's something so wrong about this miniature. It reminds me of Nightmare Fuel. It's just everything that shouldn't be but is in a miniature. And then we're into the Squats. And the Tau. And of course we've got the Silent King at the back. Let me check the Stormlord. And there's actually quite a few named Necrons, which is nice. Then we've got our glossary here at the back, where it sort of goes into what the little things are. Golden Throne, what a Chapter Master is, what a Psyker is, because this really is aimed at people that maybe have heard of Warhammer 40K, but they're not as immersed in the lore as someone that would be for quite a while. And this is really nice. You can just pick it up, coffee table read, and just I've had it beside the chair I drink my coffee in the morning. I will just have a quick read or look through it this last week. And here we have our pronunciation guide, and we even have a phonetic key, which is really, really cool. And then of course at the back we have our index. So guys, that is, there's a really nice picture of Fulgrim on the back of it there as well. That is the Warhammer 40,000 Character Encyclopaedia that includes the Lieutenant Titus miniature from DK Books. Anyway guys, let me know in the comments section, did you pick it up? Do you like it? What do you think of this big box section at the front? Did we really need it? Or could we have just put some sort of a blister on the front and kept the size of the book down? It's not too obnoxious. I think it does fold up nice. It's not an incredibly large book either. It's not as sizable as the Ultimate Guide that we got, but it is every bit as interesting as the Ultimate Guide. And to be fair, guys, I did pick this up on Amazon for 25 euros. I thought it was fantastic value, especially when it's coming with the Titus miniature. Anyway, let me know in the comment section what you think, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye!